World War II in 4 minutes, the war that changed humanity forever. What if I told you? One man's ambition dragged the entire world into the deadliest war in human history. A war so brutal that over 70 million people died, cities vanished overnight, nations collapsed, and humanity came terrifyingly close to destroying itself forever. But how did it all begin? It started after World War I. Germany was humiliated by the Treaty of Versailles. The country was drowning in poverty, unemployment, and anger, and then a man named Adolf Hitler rose to power. He promised Germans one thing: revenge. At first, the world ignored him, which was a big mistake. Hitler rebuilt Germany's military in secret, then openly invaded neighboring countries. And on September 1st, 1939, he invaded Poland. That single attack triggered World War II, and declared war on Germany. But Hitler moved like a storm.
Within months, Denmark, Norway, Belgium, and even France fell. Europe was collapsing.
Then came one of the biggest betrayals in history. Hitler turned on his former ally Russia and invaded in 1941.
Millions of soldiers were sent into a frozen nightmare. But while Europe burned, another shock was coming. On December 7th, 1941, Japan launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. Thousands died, and the United States entered the war. Now, this wasn't a European conflict anymore. It was global. Then came the Holocaust, one of history's darkest chapters.
The Nazi murdered nearly 6 million Jews, along with millions of others in concentration camps.
The world had no idea how horrific things had become. Then the tide began to turn. The Battle of Stalingrad crushed Hitler's The D-Day invasion pushed Allied forces into Europe, and Hitler's empire began to crumble. In April 1945, as enemy troops closed in,
Hitler took his own life.
Germany surrendered after a marathon war with Europe and Russia. But the war wasn't over yet. In the Pacific, the USA was still continuing the war with Japan and other United States dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In seconds, entire cities were destroyed. Civilization still suffers, but people of Japan has the spirit to become top again. Japan surrendered shortly after.